Hi everyone, welcome to another quick session. In this session, we will discuss malware, a malicious software. So this software is designed to disrupt, damage, or gain unauthorized access to system, data, or network. So CISSP, the focus is understand types of malware, how they spread, and real-world examples. So viruses attach to host file or programs and require user actions like opening a file to spread it. They cannot spread automatically. So, for example, this I love you virus. Uh, I love you virus. So spread via email, right? And so, as I said, virus needs a host file plus user action. So, what is the definition of virus? So that we need to understand for the CISSP exam. So virus needs a host file plus user action. That is exam tip. So they spread via email, but user needs to open that host file. So they cannot spread automatically. Important. So second is worms. Uh, worms, they are self-replicating, spread automatically across network without user intervention. In virus, we need intervention, but here they can replicate automatically across network without user intervention. That is the difference between worms and virus. So they can rapidly consume bandwidth and cause large-scale infections. So the very famous example, WannaCry worm 2017, which spread globally in hours. So they are automatically spread, no user needed. So automatically across the network, right? So that is important to know. Trojans disguised as a legitimate software. For example, ZS Trojan. So they disguised Trojans disguised as a legitimate software or application to trick user into installations. Once installed, they create backdoors or steals data. So backdoors is very important. They steal data. Um, So example, ZS Trojan stole banking credential. So what is exam trip? Trojan strict user installation, not self-replication. So again, viruses, user action is needed. User action to spread viruses and attach to host file, right? When user tries to open infected host file, so then it can uh, create create an impact. Worms self-replicating, but user without user intervention. That is important, and they can they can fastly spread automatically and very fast. They can spread in hours. They can spread in hours on and globally. Trojans legitimate software to trick user into installation. Once installed, they create backdoors or steal data. Trick users installation, not self replication. Uh, so that is Trojans. So logic bombs. Logic pumps, malicious code triggered by specific event or condition, such as date or employee termination. For example, employee embeds codes to delete data when fired. So triggered based, execute only when condition met. So when logic is met, then they can be triggered. For example, angry employee could embed code to delete data when employee is fired, right? So then the next would be spyware and adware. Spyware collects info secretly, keystrokes, browsing. Adware displays unwanted ads or redirects browser traffic. For example, browser hijacker redirecting users to malicious site. Uh, Often bundles with free software violates privacy. Ransomware encrypts files and demands payments, ransoms for decryptions. Example, CryptoLocker, WannaCry, PTR, it is a major CISSP topic linked to availability in CIA trade, tried, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So then the next would be the rootkits. Rootkits hides to presence of malware deep in the OS kernel, very difficult to detect. For example, Sony BMG rootkits scandal 2005. Rootkits steal persistent at system level, at kernel level. Malicious scripts, small code snippets, JavaScripts, PowerShell used to inject malware into website or system. So malicious software, JavaScript exploiting browser vulnerabilities. So zero-day attacks uh, exploit unknown vulnerabilities before a patch exists. Uh, right. So day highest risk because not fixed yet. So then let's conclude our discussion until now. So term virus, key concept, need host plus user intervention. Example, I love you virus. Worm, self-replicating. WannaCry is a prime example of that. Trojan tricks users, right? Um, Build backdoors. Rootkit hides malware, right? Ransomware encrypts files. Zero day exploits unknown flaws. So now in upcoming slide we can discuss anti-malware software. Detects and removes malware using signature known patterns and heuristics behavior-based detection. For example, Window Defender or McAfee, right? Uh, New worm variants. Signature detects known file malware, and heuristic is suspicious, detects unknown or suspicious behavior. So again, signature detect known malware. Heuristic detects known or unknown or suspicious behavior. These two terms are very important for the CASSP exam. Integrity, check file hashes, MD5, SHA to verify integrity, detects unauthorized modification of system files. For example, tripwire software detects changes to configuration files, right? Exam tip supports non-repudiation, proves files were not altered, so that is integrity. Advanced threat protection uses sandboxing, behavior analysis, to detect unknown or zero-day malware. For example, FireEye executes suspicious files in an isolated sandbox, detects sophisticated zero-day attacks. Patching updates. Patching updates, most effective defense, closing vulnerabilities before malware exploits them. Uh, Example, WannaCry exploited outdated Windows systems. Timely patches would have prevented it. So patching is proactive, essential part of system hardening. So now let's conclude our discussion. Um, signature detection matches known malware patterns, virus database, right? Heuristic detection detects unusual, suspicious behavior, uh, be- behavior-based scanning. Integrity monitoring detects file tampering, tripwire, for example, and ATP, sandboxing and analysis, patching fixes vulnerability. So, exam tips recaps, signature detect known well malware, heuristic detect suspicious behavior, integrity monitoring using hashes R verification supports non-repudiation, patching most effective overall uh, defense. So, session was relatively long session, but we try to cover all the important topics in this session. Thank you so much for watching this session. If you have any feedback or question, please share in the feedback section.